Me, your first drama was not Boys Over Flowers.
Correct.
Cut.
No, I'm just saying I'm going to cut it at this point.
Okay, just keep moving, keep moving.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Least Most Podcast, the Uncut edition. Yay!
Hey.
girl.
Hey.
Hey, Toby.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you been?
I've been good. Not that I didn't I spoke to you last night, so nothing's changed in a couple of hours, but yeah.
You never know, a lot could have changed. But yeah, I'm good. It's a lovely Saturday morning. Okay, maybe not so lovely. It's raining outside, but it's a Saturday morning, not a day I'm not working, so we give God thanks. Yeah, we give God thanks. I'm good. I'm good.
By the time our listeners hear this, they were recording this on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how they spend their weekend.
Yes, guys, we spend our weekends giving you content. Okay, just
Exactly. We're thinking of you. You, our listeners. You, our friends, our paddies. We're thinking of you right here. Anyway, so let's not beat around the bush. We're here. Everyone knows how Uncut works. We're just going to be talking about shows we're watching, stuff we've dropped, stuff we're going to complete, and things like that. So, tell me, what are you watching this week?
where do I start? There's quite a few things that are out actually. But one that I'm very, very, very excited to talk about is Tale of Nine-Tailed.
Ooh, okay. Yes, I started that as well. I see you, girl. You're cut up.
Tale of Nine-Tailed. There's only 2 episodes out so far, and I must say, I'm just here. I'm just here for the lead. I'm just here for the lead actor. I'm just here.
Oh, you're just here for the lead. Do you know what? I was a bit confused at the beginning. I was just kind of like, I forgot it was supposed to be like a fantasy kind of like drama.
Yeah.
So when I was watching it, and I was just like, okay. And then boom, this happens. I was like, oh yeah, it's fantasy. Duh.
Yeah. To be honest, do you know what? Funny enough, why am I always such a Debbie Downer? Like, oh my God. I actually am the biggest Debbie Downer, but basically,
You're not.
You were gonna say something. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say I retract that statement for you. She's not a Debbie Downer, guys. But go on, Tony.
I feel like I'm the Debbie Downer in this always because essentially I just started when I just watched this, right, and then I was like, is it just me, yeah? Or like when you're watching a fantasy, I know that is drama world, so obviously it's not real. But sometimes I hate it when things don't tie in together. Like I'm like,
telling you,
you didn't like this isn't seamless. It's not believable. Is it just me that thinks that?
It's not just you, because when we all know what Tale of the Nine-Tailed Nine-Tailed drama is about. It's about foxes, right? And then it was just kind of like, wait, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like none of this makes sense. So I was just like, and then I remembered, oh yeah, it's fantasy. But you're right, it really does not make sense.
No, but even in fantasy though, like normally in fantasy, there's still even in fantasy, sometimes it still makes sense. Okay, I really hate to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. You know, like Goblin, right? Because we watched Goblin. And with Goblin, it all tied in. It all kind of made sense.
And right? That is why it was popular, because it all made sense. Whereas with, I don't want to project or predict, but I'm going to tell you, I feel like they're going to be low ratings for this drama. Let me not lie.
Yeah, I'm not, like, honestly, because after I saw the lead, Lee Dong-wook, I think that's his name. Yeah, Lee Dong-wook. Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah, Lee Dong-wook, because he's the same one that he was the Grim Reaper from Goblin, right? And that was where I first saw him, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. Like, I actually, like, he was tugging at all my heartstrings. So I was like, yes, I'm so excited for this drama, another fantasy, blah, blah, blah. But I just don't like when fantasies don't don't make sense. Let me give you an example, right? This is just like one of the first few scenes, so it's not like a spoiler or anything. Right? So she the way she's kind of like enters into his life, like it's not seamless. Like it just doesn't seem real. Like I understand that is a fantasy, but at least make it a realistic one. Like if that makes sense. Like so in the beginning, one of the first few scenes, the lead has to kill a monster, and the monster is was meant to be getting married that day, so she was in the form of a human being, but obviously she was a mythical person, but she was just in
Yeah,
the
she
form of
was a
a human being.
fox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she was a fox, right? But she'd done bad things in the past. So then he had to kill her basically because she'd been eating people. But now that
Mm,
she was ready to kind of make a life for herself, I mean, the like her past wasn't forgiven.
mm,
So
mm.
so he goes and kills her, right? And then the bride is just there. There's like bloodstains on the like a little bloodstain on the dress. How come nobody sees it? First of all, how are these people who are meant to be just like journalists, like allowed to kind of look at the wedding dress without the police around or anything? Like it just felt a bit like this doesn't make any sense. Like, if this actually happened, there would be police there. There would be people. Like, do you get what I mean? There would be
Yeah, there'll be people, getting
investigators
something.
there, yeah, like actual detectives or somebody getting the runaway, the so-called runaway brides, you know details and stuff like that. It's kind of like it didn't make sense, and even how she found him didn't make sense. Like her like doing that whole thing to test him. Like she does this thing where she kind of tests him in a way to kind of see.
I was like,
I
I hope
was
she
just
hits the
like,
ground.
I was just like, you are so annoying. Like, I just found her more annoying than even endearing. And I was just like, this is so cringe. Like, it was just so cringe. I was like, ew, like, what am I watching? Like, you guys are not selling this shit to me at all. Like, I,
But tell me,
honestly,
like,
I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna watch it though.
because do you know what? Do you know when she did that scene? Yeah, it was like, what was I gonna say? It was like, I was like, what if she actually hits the ground? Now that would be funny. It's not gonna be funny, but imagine she hits the ground. That would have been funny. Well, it's
No,
a
it wouldn't
cringe
have been
though. It would
funny.
it wouldn't have been funny,
No, I
but
get what you're
like
trying to say. That, like, for once, don't be testing people. Like, he could have just let you guys
exactly.
go, you know.
Exactly, but I know it was part of the whole. Do you know what it gives me off? Do you
Well,
know Twilight feelings? Do you know that Twilight, like, when Bella and Edward, and Bella tried to test Edward, and you know, and it all worked out in the end. Like, it gave me
yeah,
that kind of feeling. It gives me the whole teen vibe feeling,
yeah.
the whole like Twilight series. But like we're past that age now, and I'm like, come on, guys, make it more,
Mhm.
sell it more a
Make it
bit.
more seamless. Make it more, like, I'm loving this kind of thing. Like, ugh, anyway,
And
I'm still
I
gonna watch
wanted to
it.
point I wanted to point to the fact that about the scene about the wedding dress, there were people in the hall that saw them fighting. So is it that he went to each individual one of them and erased their memories? I was just kind of like, so people in the hall did not see the whole fight, or they did, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, like
So
they didn't tie like what it is that they're not tying up loose ends, and that's what I don't like. Like
exactly,
they don't tie up the loose ends to make it make sense. It's just like something happens, and we just have to just take it like that, and this is what we're given, so this is what we have to take. And I kind of don't like that because it just feels like it was like it's a bit sloppy. Like they're trying so hard to kind of make us love the like go for this romance, but they're being it, but they forget that sometimes romance isn't about the big gestures like her when she was falling off the building to try and test him,
yeah,
but rather
yeah,
it's in the little details. Like it's the little things that make more that make you want to watch it, that get you hooked. Like, and things like
mm,
that would just irritate me because I'm just like, this doesn't make no sense. I understand it's a fantasy, so ultimately none of it is real, but still, like, at least make it make sense. But yes,
exactly.
that's
But I
that's
think
my 2 cents until Ninetales so far. But like I said, I mean, have you seen my man?
I've seen your man.
Have you
He's
seen
a
my man?
very fine man. He's
Have you
a
seen
very,
my man?
very fine man. But he's not as fine as my man. But let me just leave it there. He's not as fine as my man. Let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there.
Have you
Let's just
seen
leave
my
it there.
man?
I've seen your man, but it's not as fine as my mind. That's what I tell you. I'm telling you that.
Have you
Let's just
seen
leave
the
it there.
height? No, 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 no. That shower scene, they knew what they were doing. That was a blatant thirst trap. In that first episode, they had like a shower scene, right, for Lee
Yeah, of
Dong Wook,
course.
and we all know that was
Exactly.
a blatant thirst trap. Like, I was just like, you couldn't have made you might as well have just put a banner on at the beginning of the scene to be like, oh yeah, thirst trap alert because it was literally like I was like, come on, guys, come on. Like I understand that you think that we're all thirsty up here, like, and we're all like thirsting after you don't work, but please, like, at least rate me a little, like. But I mean, I wasn't complaining, but still.
But it's not as fine as my man. Let me just say
Who's your
that.
man?
Like,
Who's your man? Who's your
I'm
man?
gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you my man because he might listen to this one day and he's like, "Oh, so you've liked me since then?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
I mean, I would say with my chest. To be honest, guys, just get ready for me to have. I have multiple men, so just because one day is another person's my man, the next day another one. Just like it comes with the occupation. Okay, thank you.
Exactly, it does. We have multiple men. We're very open about that up here.
What is it?
Anyway,
What is it in is it manga that they say? What is it shonen? No, it's not shonen.
harem. No, no,
Harem,
it's
harem,
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 right?
harem,
Yeah,
harem.
I
I
have a
always
lot of
read
men.
it as harem.
So
Oh yeah. Oh, imagine that would be a drama. You and a harem of men.
oh my gosh, oh, a girl's dream. Cause I'm icy. It is when I fight me. Hey, sorry, please. Why am I like this? Ugh, I need to stop. But yeah, I think that is my two
Netflix.
cents on. Sorry,
No, I was gonna say if Netflix is listening, yeah, please. A drama for me and Tommy each year with our a room of
At
like.
TVN more like at
Oh,
TVN.
that's true. TVN. Do you know what they make some really good dramas.
Yeah.
TVN. Chigo, wait, Chiba. Oh my god, it's
Oh,
stuck in.
see, please don't do that again. Please, well, you can't be embarrassing us like this on the internet. Please, 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 don't do that again. Thank you.
It's just it's the way like never mind. It's just the way that can't
Okay.
stop laughing now.
But the thing
I'm
is,
just
the
laughing.
annoying part is I actually know the thing. I know exactly what you're trying to say in my head. Like I can literally hear it in my head, but I
Exactly.
just
People
can't say
that
it, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
people that no, it's okay. I do it for the both of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you know,
you know
you know, innit?
exactly. People that know TVN, they will know that little beginning. Din 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 TVN.
You go, man.
Chigo, wait, chibi,
Oh wow.
chibiga.
Right. Okay. Moving on. Please, please. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Please.
All right. Okay. So, do you know what? I've not actually watched Korean dramas this week. I just needed
Really.
a break. Yeah, I needed a break from drama world. I had a latest obsession, and it was
Mhm.
a Spanish telenovela called Betty NY. So Betty in New York. It's on Netflix, guys. If you guys are interested, so
Mm.
it's about this. It's basically a remake of Ugly Betty, but it's by a Spanish version of it, and it's 120 odd episode. Tell me why I got to episode 100, yeah, which was the big change scene where she changes from Ugly Betty to this
It took
beautiful
100
woman.
episodes before she finally became from ugly Betty to the beautiful woman.
I'm telling you, 100
Oh
episodes.
boy.
That was the only, and then at exactly the 100th episode, and I've seen the big reveal, and I was like, oh, that it. Then, oh my god, I sound like, oh my god, it wasn't like a big thing. Like she is actually a very beautiful person,
Mm-hmm.
and even when she was Ugly Betty, she was
Wait to
very
save
beautiful.
yourself. Wait to save yourself.
What I'm saying is that even when she was acting the Ugly Betty, she was still beautiful in my
Mm-hmm.
eyes, Shao.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and what I was gonna say was that after I got that big reveal, and I was like, all right, okay, cool. I've seen her like beautiful Betty as they called them or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just like, I'm skipping the rest. I'm skipping the rest. I'm tired. So what I did was I went straight to the end. 100 episode 120 something is the end. I just watched that and then that was it. So guys, I persevered for 100 episodes and then just cheated in the end. I'm kicking myself, but you gotta do what you gotta do because I'm starting to dream about the drama. It's
Ah,
not even funny.
ah. That if that's not spiritual bondage, I don't know what is. Please, please drop the drama, please. It's actually not that deep. How can you be dreaming? To be fair, I know what that means. I know how it feels to be dreaming of dramas, but when I start dreaming of the drama, that's when I know to me this is becoming an obsession. You actually need to chill. Like relax, relax.
It's because, no, it's because I watched so many in a week, and like I even put my Korean and Chinese dramas to the back burner. I was like, I was on it. I was like, yes, I am gonna conquer this. Anyway,
Mm.
it conquered me, and I was like, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. We had
After
a good
100
run though.
episodes, wow.
No, even Chinese dramas are not that long. They
Yeah,
are
they don't
long,
last
but
that
they're
long.
not. they don't last that long. 100 and something episodes. Not even a. I thought the ending was 100, but it wasn't. It's 120 something. So there's still like 20 something episodes.
Ugh.
But I got the main gist of everything by episode 100. So I just maybe, in fact, I didn't really stop episode 100. I stopped,
Mhm.
let's say, episode 105.
Wow.
So by the time it was encroaching the end, but I was
Mhm.
just like, I don't want to be seeing the mess again. So I just went to the end and I saw them, the happy ending. I was like, okay, cute. Okay, I'm done. Finished.
Do
It's
you
off
know?
my list.
Do you know my own confession for this Betty NY? Yeah, I can't lie to you. I watched like the first 14 episodes, but then because they have a character in it called Daniel, and you know in the actual original Ugly Betty,
Mm,
the Ugly Betty actually ends up getting with Daniel in the original one, right? To the best of
mm.
my knowledge, right? So, because I might have spoiled Ugly Betty for every all the listeners, but sorry. I mean, it's old now, so if you haven't watched it, you're sorry. But I don't know what to say to you. Honestly, I'm so sorry. Um, but with that, like, so when I was watching Betty NY, I thought it was gonna be the same trope, like where she would fall for Daniel. But then when I started noticing that it's actually the other guy, whatever his name is, um,
Armando.
yeah, Armando, whatever. He when I saw that it's actually the other way around, that she's gonna end up falling for that other guy. That's what made me. I was like, yeah, I'm not really a fan, because I'm not really a fan. And yes, guys, I'm one of those people that if I don't like the leads, I might actually have to drop the drama because I can't. Like, you want me to sit there for how many episodes for me to watch this girl be with a guy that I don't even like to see? Nah, it's not me. It's actually not me. And essentially, it's basically because I felt like I have this thing, like, for all the listeners that don't know, I have this thing against like them putting like young women with kind of like oldish guys,
Mm,
like, in my
mm.
opinion. I just feel like it's there's something off about that. I'm not saying that people who are with older men are there's something wrong with you, but I just found it a bit suspect. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
Yeah, Tommy.
mm,
No, I was just saying Tommy is one of those people that she doesn't like, the age gap between leads. Not leads, but the age, like, too much of an age gap.
yeah,
You
like
know,
if
for
yeah, like if there's like a 10-year, 20-year age gap, like 15-year age gap. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't find it. I'm not very comfortable with it personally. Like, I find it a bit.
mm.
Like, obviously it still happens in the drama world so often, and that's not to say I won't watch the drama, but if it's something, so if it's noticeably like there in my face that this guy is way older than this girl, like, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable, so I just won't watch it. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on Betty NY, and that's probably why I didn't, continue. I didn't get very far, 14 episodes, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this drama.
Whereas for me, like, I don't mind that, like, kind of sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I just see them as professional actors, and I don't really take into consideration the age. Maybe I should really. But for me, it's just like, okay, like, and I'm the type of person as well, like, if I don't like the leads, I'll still watch the drama. Like, for example,
Hell
I'll
no.
always go, for example, I will always go back to when I was the most beautiful. The only person I like in that drama is Jisoo. Okay, the only person I like in that drama is Jisoo. The rest of them, not that I don't like them. Like, I like the female lead as well,
Mhm.
but the other guy lead, I was just like, I really don't like it. But because it's in the drama, I'm not gonna hate on the drama. I'm gonna watch it,
You're
and
gonna
then
watch it. Mm.
exactly, I'm just
Never
that
for
type
me.
of person though. So for me, like, I know some people have, drama boundaries. They
Mhm.
won't watch certain things if it's about, like, my only drama boundary is horror. Like, do not put anything horror in front of me. Like, it's just not happening.
I have
Everything
quite
else
a
can
few
go.
drama boundaries. I think,
Mm,
as you can
mm.
tell,
And it's
incest is not a thing for me. I'm not a fan. I'm so sorry. I hope I'm
I
not
don't think
offending
they use
anybody.
I don't think they use incest law.
They don't, but even with Nuna romances, it's a bit hit or miss for me. Most of the time, I won't watch it. Yes, guys, I said it. Yes, I'm so sorry. I said it. I'm not really a fan of Nuna romances. Guys, please don't crucify me. I'm so sorry, but
We're
I'm
not
not
gonna
really.
crucify you,
Ah,
but
Simi,
that's
don't talk for the listeners. Talk for yourself, okay? Okay. Um,
what.
but anyway, let's move on from this topic. Talking about dramas that we've been dropping.
Wait. I'm interested in this topic. Wait. Before we move on,
I'm
I'm just
scared.
gonna say,
Don't scare
I,
me.
don't be scared. Don't be scared. All I'm going to say is that everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and everybody.
Hmm.
This is a safe space, obviously,
Are you
and
sure?
I want to say. I think it's a safe space, so because we all have our drama boundaries, and I think it's something a lot of people should actually be open about and talk
Hmm.
about because there's some certain dramas like Nuna romances. I love Nuna romances,
I'm
but
not a fan.
exactly, you're not a fan. I like fantasy dramas, but I won't do horror. I would watch a thriller, but I won't do horror.
Yeah,
So people have different boundaries that they won't cross, and
yeah,
it's the same way in life. Everybody has a boundary, so do not crucify anybody in the comments, guys. It's a safe space, so let us know what are some of your boundaries that you will watch.
yeah,
So because I know some dramas trigger people. Rape is one of them as
yeah.
well.
Of course.
Some people would not watch any drama that has any kind of rape in it. So everybody has something that does trigger them, and they don't like. So boundaries
And it
are
doesn't have to be
fine.
anything like as serious as, like, for example, the example see me use like rape. It could be something as silly as trivial, like me now, that I just don't not really a fan of Nina romances, like, and I have a
Exactly.
whole reasoning behind that, but that's a story for another day. But essentially I don't like them. What would also be a thing that I'm not really a fan of in Nina romance, in I think for me mostly is Nina romances. I can't lie to you. I'm
You
just
don't like Nuna
I
romances
tend
or
to
anything to.
I tend to steer away from Nuno Romantis. Not to say there was one that I watched and I ended up really loving, but that was just one. That was like one.
Which one was it?
I
Which
can't
one
remember the
was
name
it?
of it now. But essentially, it was about this guy that cooks and this lady that was
Oh, the temperature of love.
is probably she cooks and then she's writing. She's a writer.
Sounds like temperature of love,
I'm
I
not sure. I can't
think.
remember the name of it now. But yeah, I really like. It was on Netflix actually, and I really, really like. That's a new romance I actually enjoyed, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, you actually enjoyed it. But that was definitely just a once in a lifetime thing. It's not
Mm,
something I would.
mm.
And oh yes, and people with like cheating on their spouses as well.
Yes, you
I
don't
think
like the, yeah. So
that
you
for
wouldn't
me.
like something like
Hmm.
you wouldn't like sorry, you wouldn't like something like what was that drama? Something about marriage. Whoa, what's that drama called? It's called, is it Marriage? Oh, do you know that drama that was out like about 2 or 3 months back called Marriage something? You wouldn't like that one because it's got
Yeah.
cheating in it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of like, just leave the guy, man, or just leave the girl. Like, must you trample on their feelings first? Like, even if, and like, the thing is, what I don't, do you know what it is? It's not because I don't like, I'm not rooting for, like, for you to go for someone you want. What I think what it is for me is because I, I hold marriage to be something important. So I feel
Mm.
like when people trample on that commitment, it kind of like, and it's just, I don't like it. And also,
I found the name. It's called The World of the Married.
yeah, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah,
And
you
then
wouldn't have liked that.
also with those the ones with the cheating spouses and stuff, the reason I also kind of don't like it, apart from them, not respecting the sanctity of marriage, but I just feel like you can just like, I don't like how sometimes media tries to push like this whole, like, they couldn't help it because they were so in love, and I'm just like, I don't know. I find it to be very selfish. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know, for those who watch Western shows, like, you would know that I've watched Scandal in the past, and that's one of the reasons why I hated Scandal, because it made it seem like, like,
But
we have
I
no
love.
choice. No, don't get me started, because I was livid. Like, I was definitely not Team Olivia and what's his name and Fitz. I hated everything about them. They made me sick. They actually, no, both of them made me sick to my stomach. Every time I looked at them, I just wanted to fast forward it. I was like, you guys make me, I'm disgusted with you. Yes, guys, I'm sitting on my moral high ground. You can judge me all you want. I don't care. But to be honest, like, argue with your mom at this point. That's the stance I'm on right now. Argue with your mom if you don't agree with me. That's actually on you. That's a you problem, not me. Because I just don't like at the end of the day, sorry guys, is this is not really Asian, but I'm just gonna branch out for a quick moment. With Melly and with Olivia and Fitz, right? At the end of the day, Fitz wanted to have his cake and eat it, right? You can't
Yes,
have
he
it like
did.
it's unfair. You wanted to have the White House, you wanted to have your perfect little family, but then you also wanted to still have love. Just like in Power as well. He wanted to have everything is Tasha and his family just look perfect, but he also wanted to, to have his girlfriend on the side. And I'm just kind of like, you can't have your cake and eat it in this life. You have to pick. You can't choose. You can't want that perfect little family, that, oh, I have my wife and my kids, and then also like, because at the end of the day somebody's getting hurt and you're hurting not one but two people, and it's so unfair. Because I'm just like, I just hate it, because I'm just kind of like, you can actually, like, there's nothing against leaving. Like, you can actually just leave the person, like leave them, and then go be with the this so-called love of your life. Like, and that's just my stance on that. And so that's why I tend to stay away from dramas that kind of like try and glorify it or make it look like, and try and, rationalize it. I'm just like, that.
Mm,
I don't
mm.
know. I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of like, right, another, you're trying to rationalize somebody else trampling on another person's feelings. Okay, then go off. So yeah, that's just my stance on that.
Do you know what? I love the fact that you were able to explain, where the boundary stems from, and it's quite understandable. And a lot of people do have these boundaries in place. So, you know what? Thank you for sharing your own personal experience for about your boundaries. About Scandal, I did love it. I won't lie.
Of course you
I'm
did.
I probably yeah, sorry.
I said, of course you did.
Oh,
Of course you did.
oh my gosh, you side eyeing me now.
Yes, I
but
am.
obviously, but for me, obviously, because it's not like a boundary, but
Mm.
obviously, I understand, I respect and understand, why it is a boundary for you. For me, it wasn't like, for me, it was just a good show. And well, you don't think it's a good show, but for me, it was just one
It
of those
was
things
sick.
that I was like,
Don't get me wrong. The storyline was sick. It's just, I just didn't like how they were pushing that stupid romance down my throat by force.
But Fitz and okay, let's not even go there. Never mind. Never mind. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's change the topic. What do you think about Lonely Enough to Love? Because I'm gonna finish it. I think. It's only 10 episodes, so there's only one more episodes left.
Oh, is it only 10
But
episodes?
yeah,
How do you know?
because I checked how many episodes is there, and it's 10 episodes. So
Oh,
you're literally, because when, you know what, I knew that Toby was gonna drop this drama,
how
right?
did
So I was
you
like, I'm gonna
know?
I know. I knew that Toby was gonna drop this drama, and then I was like, oh, she doesn't even know that there's only one episode left. I'm gonna tell her on the podcast. So yeah, this
You're
is
actually
why
diabolical, because I'm not even kidding. I got to episode 9 and I was like, yeah, I'm dropping this drama. I didn't even finish the ninth episode. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I cannot. I
okay,
got
why are you
so far.
dropping it?
I can't. Because she's just so entitled. It makes me sick. Ah! Sorry, guys. That just. Ah! Like,
Okay, examples of when she had entitlement.
right. The guy that you like, yeah. The guy that you apparently claim to love, because these people tend to love. Ah, they love too quickly. They really, once they said they like someone, that means they love them. As in, they fall in love. Very nice. Cool, no problem. Right. So the guy that she's claiming to like or love, whichever one it is, he's trying to help you. He spoke to an
Mm,
editor, or is it a publishing company, about
a
you,
publishing, yeah.
a publishing company about you writing, yeah. And then
Mm.
you found out that he spoke to them. Now you're vexed. Why are you vexed?
Yeah, do you know what? I agree with you that, like, I didn't like that part that she got angry. I was like, the guy
That's
didn't even.
entitled. So, because
Okay,
essentially what she's trying to say is that she wants a perfect world where she would be discovered on her own by like this diamond in the rough that was discovered, and then she, she was discovered, and then, became this big writer or whatever. But that's not how the world works, honey. Wake up, like, wake up and,
it's networking. You need to. It's
like,
people you
do you
know
get what I mean? Like,
exactly.
if the owner of Vicky, yeah, was my man's friend, do you think I wouldn't tell my man to plug? Are you dumb? Like, please. I'm talking 24. I said I will be asking him every day. Have you spoken to him about Lee Smith? Hello, honey, sweetie. Have you spoken to him about Lee Smith? Like, are you for real? Like, and she's angry because he showed her right into somebody. He at the end, and then he was even trying to explain to her that at the end of the day, yeah, like um they still choose who they want. It's not because I told them to choose you. Like, I just gave them what you've
Exactly.
written, and then they're still going to choose whether or not they think it's good enough. They could have declined, but they didn't. It wasn't because of me. It was because your writing is good. And now she has the audacity to be angry. I'm just like, girl, wake up from that dream that you're in. That's why you got. Let me not say that actually, because I was about to say something really bad. But then I think that
I know what you were gonna say. I know what you. So I actually understand where you're coming from, as the fact that you think she was entitled in that way. Even the guy, like, when you said that, the guy explained to her that actually all he did was say, "Oh, read this," and literally the other guy, like you said, was could choose whether he wanted to pursue her for publication or not. So yeah, I could see where you were annoyed. But you know what makes me annoyed about, like, what I found really annoying about her?
what?
You know, I what I found annoying about her was the fact that she not that she was entitled, but the fact that, like, after the massive failure she had, she wanted to give up. And I could understand the sentiment and the feeling, at this, wanting to give up. But the thing is that she was pretending to be fine, which we all do. We all
Yeah,
do it,
yeah.
but I feel like that she should have, it was a mistake on her part, but at the same time, she should have taken it as a lesson and be more gingered up. I don't know, if something like that happened to me, I'll be depressed maybe for a day, but then I'll be gingered up. I was proof to the world, yes, I can do this. I don't know. So
No,
I
okay.
didn't.
I can't even say that I would be that. I'm definitely somebody that wallows in my own self pity a lot of the time. So I can't even lie and pretend that I would be 100% the next day. I probably wouldn't be. But I mean, as when something like that has already happened to me, and then I have another opportunity given to me, even if I know that it was an opportunity afforded me based on somebody who I
I
knew,
knew.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't care because at least I have the opportunity. Like, if you're really that
Exactly.
thirsty for someone to, discover you and for someone to really appreciate your work, you don't care how they find your work. All you care about is that they think that it's good enough. And I think
Exactly.
that's where you should that's where the focus should be rather than whether or not you were discovered as a diamond in the rough. And I feel like that's what I didn't like about her because she wasn't appreciative of people around her, rather that she felt like she still, even after everything that had been done to her, like done for her, she felt like, oh, she just wanted to be discovered the way that everybody else would have been discovered. Like, your walk isn't someone's, like, everybody else's walk. Your journey isn't their journey. Like, everybody has a story. Like, I can't say, for example, now, yeah, I was
Mm,
my first okay, not my first ever job, but one of the jobs I've had in the past, like, I was referred to, like,
mm,
I got the job. No, sorry, not I got the job. I got a interview based on a referral, right? So,
mm,
which is calm. Everybody knows about this whole referral systems in the working industry. Sometimes, the person that refers even gets paid for referring you. So
mm.
I got an interview based on referral, and that doesn't mean that I didn't work hard to get that job. That doesn't mean that I wasn't, like, it was because I was referred that I was qualified for the job. No, like,
Mm.
first of all, if the person that referred me didn't think I was qualified, they wouldn't have
I've
referred me.
referred you.
The
Yes.
second thing is, I wouldn't have been able to get an interview, even if you're referred. Do you know how many people get referred that don't even get their leg in the door? Like, the person who referred
Mm,
me could have referred me, and HR could have been like, yeah, no, she doesn't. Her CV doesn't meet our requirements, like, for the job role. So that doesn't take away the fact that I was deserving of the role. It's just made life easier for me because I wouldn't have known of that job. I wouldn't have known that there was even a job going if the person didn't refer me. So it's kind of like a win-win, and essentially that's what it was. And she just kind of took it and threw it in the bin, like his goodwill, and threw it in the bin. And honestly,
exactly.
that's what I didn't like about her, and
And
that's
you
what
know
made
what?
me not like the drama.
And you know what? Like, her friend has even said to her, like, "Oh, I can actually refer you to a bigger, publishing house as well." And she wasn't really like hating on her, like, her girlfriend. And I was just kind of like,
I
why
didn't even
didn't
get.
she act?
I didn't even get that far.
Oh, it was at the end of episode 9.
Yeah,
Sorry,
because I
you
got I
said
got to
earlier
middle of episode 9,
9.
and I was even
Yeah.
doing the thing that Simi recommended, where you watch it at double speed. And honestly, I couldn't, like, when you're watching something and it's just irritating you. I'm like, what is this? Like, why am I wasting my time? Like, I was actually, honestly, literally in my notes for Lonely Enough to Love. Do you know what I put in capitals? Trash.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
trash.
I put
Do you
trash.
know what?
I actually put trash.
But do you know what? Do you know what I liked about it though? Like, even though you're dropping it, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
finish it because it's 10 episodes. I wanted to say that for Lonely Enough to Love, I got quite a lot of notes on it. Like, quite a lot of notes on Lonely Enough to Love. Like, for example,
Mm-hmm.
let me just read some of my quotes, because
Mm-hmm.
we be taking notes in these dramas. Let me just let me just get it up here. 1 second. I've got my notes here. Okay. For Lonely Enough to Love, I said, right, each episode gives you a different lesson on loneliness, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, this is one. Those who feel lonely more often than others tend to have more people around them. They
Mm-hmm.
may seem like they're surrounded by people, but there's no one that actually cares for that person. So, in order to meet someone who really does care for them, they keep meeting new people and end up feeling lost. Wow. Just wow. Like, I feel like, apart from the girl being annoying, I feel like this drama is a gem,
I
in
don't
the fact that if, you know, really,
know. Like, the thing is, I
I
should
have
I
like
should
loads of
I,
quotes.
I
I
should
have
be able
loads of
to,
quotes.
maybe it could be me. It could be me. But essentially, I just think that if a drama has a lot to teach, it should be able to portray that in a way that would touch my heart, rather than just giving me a light every fairy. Like, with this drama, I didn't know, are you trying to be deep? Are you trying to be light? Are you trying to be comedy? Like, it just, like, it didn't have like, it didn't like, it felt like it wasn't a well established and well written drama, like, honestly. And it's very rare that you will hear me talk about dramas like this, but honestly,
Mm,
I have to say, it was, my in my opinion, it was poor. It was very poor. And you may be right. You may, like, I mean, for you to have gotten a lot of lessons from the drama, that's good. Maybe I just didn't see it from that point of view of even trying to even
yeah, yeah.
get gems from it. But I just feel
Mm,
like if the message you're trying to portray, or the message you're trying to teach, isn't actually being shown by the characters, but rather than what they're saying, because sometimes it's not about what they're saying, because anybody can say it. Anyone can
true,
say it.
true. But
You can write
like,
a book if that's what, if you're trying to inspire people. But what, like, a drama is meant to be something that carries me along, and this drama didn't carry me along. I just felt
mm,
bored. Like, most of it, I was bored, and I was like, the romance was so subpar. The romance was
mm, to be
subpar.
honest,
You
I
can
would have
tell that
preferred it.
there probably wasn't a lot of budget, because they didn't really have that many, like, I don't know, it just didn't look like a drama that a lot of time was poured into. And I don't know if that's the reason why it's only 10 episodes, because they didn't really have a lot of good ratings. And if that's the case, then I'm not surprised, because honestly, to me, it was a
I
very
don't know
subpar
if
drama.
I don't know if they have, like, they don't have a lot of ratings. I didn't check the ratings for this drama, but
Mm,
I understand where you're coming from, that you didn't feel like you were carried along. But to be honest, I really paid attention to, because I was actually watching times to the speed, but
mm-hmm,
I was paying attention to the male leads, like, because he's a psychiatrist, right, in the drama. And he did come up with some very, very good points that he said. And I think what this drama was trying to portray is about loneliness, and you know which is a big thing nowadays. People are
yeah,
feeling more lonely than
yeah,
anything, and he was saying that there's a difference between loneliness and boredom. And he told us the difference between loneliness. But the thing is that the way they did it did not send the message out, unless you were really, really, like, reading the subtitles or really concentrating. And I feel
yeah,
like, because for me, I was really like, oh, okay, it's about loneliness. Maybe there's something, like, it's okay not to be okay.
mm-hmm,
There's maybe something you can learn from what they're saying and things like that.
yeah,
That was how I was able to pick out a lot of notes, which surprised me, because I was pausing it, writing it down, replaying it times two the speed. And And I was like, you know what? This is actually one that if if you wanted to educate people on loneliness, it would have been good. But the romance aspect, I agree. It was a bit like yeah, yeah. The romance aspect, like to be honest, I wish there was no romance in it, and more of the
Honestly,
journey of her towards success and friends and not feeling lonely. That would have been a better like. Because not every drama needs to have romance. I'm sorry.
honestly,
I'm
like
sorry.
honestly, like sometimes
I'm
just give me
sorry.
friendship. That's all. Like, because when you try and do the whole romance thing, if you don't do it well, especially in like because romance of all the genres is a very saturated genre. So if you don't give
Exactly.
me romance, like good romance, like it just to me, it's
And
just
I'm not
like
squealing in my bed. I'm like, oh
like
my god. If I'm not
honestly
doing
like
that, yeah.
exactly like honestly like now especially in such a saturated like in a saturated market, I feel like if you're gonna produce a romance it needs to bang. If not it's just gonna like you said, like I said, all the messages that I didn't even, all the stuff that you even noticed, I didn't notice any of it because I was just like, what is this trash I'm watching on my screen? Why am I wasting my time? I was so vexed. I said, what's all this? I do, like I never stop a drama in between, like in the middle of an episode and decide I'm not watching it anymore. But this one, I did. I said, no way, no way. I
So
cannot. I cannot.
now that you know that there's only one episode left, would you give it? Would you just to do it to complete it, or you're still adamant that you're going to drop it?
No, because
Final, finito.
no, it's gonna make me more angry because the reason why it's going to make me more angry because the guy, the main lead himself, also has his own issues that he's going through. And if it's only going to be one episode left, that means they didn't explore his own storyline, and that's going to piss me off. So I'd rather
That's true. They didn't. They didn't. They
I'd
actually
rather
didn't.
not
Like,
finish it and just in my mind let it out. In my mind I'll just think in my mind it was 16 episodes and I just missed his own part of it because I couldn't watch it anymore, rather than knowing full well that they could have explored him and not just made it about her, and they didn't, because we know that he has his own issues, but then they haven't.
mm,
I have to think they're ending this drama abruptly either because of COVID or because the
mm.
ratings were low, because it doesn't make sense. Like if the
Like it's
fact
a
that
10 episodes. Yeah, I was
the fact that
surprised when
they're
I read
ending
it.
it in 10 episodes, the fact that they're ending it in the next episode just goes to show that clearly something off. There's no way they planned ahead for them to for it to be an only 10 episode drama, and if they did, boy, that was poor judgment is all I'm gonna have to say. This is the harshest I've ever been to a drama, but honestly I feel like it deserves to be for me to be this harsh. It was just a waste of my time, honestly. honestly honestly
Yeah, it's. I've just double checked. It's definitely 10 episodes.
Yeah,
I've just double
and
checked.
those 10 episodes were a waste of my time. Honestly, guys, I wouldn't recommend. I don't know. Maybe if you want to know more about loneliness, maybe you could watch it, but it's definitely not off my recommendation. That's for sure.
Off Simi's recommendation, I would say give it a chance. The fact that it's
Still
10
waste your time.
episodes.
Still waste your time. I would waste my time.
Ah, come on, Tommy, come on.
45 minutes episode. I'm sorry, there's so many more dramas that you can watch. If you want a drama that you can watch that's going to be the same length, then go and watch when the weather is nice. That's as a drama that talks about loneliness and
You know
actually
what? You spoke
gives it
this
to you
about
well.
you spoke about this on the last
I would
episode of the podcast.
I will forever speak about this because it's a drama that I can watch again. Honestly, if we were to, I already know the ratings I would give this popcorn rating. I would give that drama. But anyway, we move. Sha. Speaking of, sorry, just before I go on, um, there's another drama that I want to quickly talk about dropping because I'm annoyed,
Mm,
and
which
this is
one? Which one?
it's called Dance of the Phoenix,
Okay.
and it's a
All
Chinese
right.
drama, and I'm gonna drop it. And I've
Why are you
really
dropping it?
tried so hard. You know when you try, like I've really tried to like not drop this drama because I was like, oh, Tommy, just give it a chance because I like the storyline
Mm.
and it looks like it's gonna be good. Like it was giving me, is it Peach? What's that one? 10
Um,
months of
10 miles of the Peach
yeah, you
Blossom.
know that kind of like Nine Tail Fox type of Chinese drama, type of fantasy kind of drama.
Fantasy, yeah,
Like it
yeah.
was giving me those kind of vibes, but honestly, subpar. The reason why is just because I it does this thing.
Which thing? It does what thing? Tommy?
Oh,
Tommy.
sorry. Cut off there for a second. Oops, technical difficulties. um, sorry. So it does this thing where it talks about it sends different messages to people, like to viewers that I don't like, and it's I talked about drama sometimes giving you subtle messages
Yeah,
without actually
yeah,
just it being in your face. And it does
yeah.
that, but in a negative way, because in the drama, in the beginning, she does this. The main lead girl,
Mm.
she disguises herself as this like uneducated, like town, like village girl, village town. I don't know, girl, and she's just not dressed. She's dressed in tattered clothes, but she wears like makeup that's a little bit darker, and she has freckles on her face, and essentially they kind of made it seem like, oh well, because she's dark she's not beautiful, so they talk about her being dark and ugly and stuff like that, and that
Oh, I don't
really
like that. I
that
really do
really
not like that.
put me off the drama so much. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, it just made like it made a lot of like they said it once or twice. They made reference to dark people being ugly and uneducated, and that really upset me. And then the tip of the iceberg, what now made me more angry, like this was the tipping point for me as well, is because one of the actors in the drama, like they were basically fat shaming her, and that really made me very angry because
Yeah. No,
um
no, 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 no,
yeah,
no,
that
no,
made
no,
me
no.
so upset because essentially what happened was, in the storyline of the drama was that, oh, apparently she was this cute little girl that liked to eat or whatever, and then when she ate something that was meant for the first lead, so she ate like this forbidden poison thing that was actually meant for the main lead to poison her, and what the poison does, it makes them basically grow fat, and then so now the girl is fat, and yeah, apparently, and because she's fat, then all of a sudden, like, and then her powers weren't as strong or whatever, so she got kicked out of her
Yeah, I'm not
sisterhood,
watching that. I'm not
and
watching that. I'm
then
not
it
watching
was
that.
just kind of like, and then so when she finally got the cure, then she became slim and beautiful, and I was just kind of like,
What?
so then all of a
No,
sudden they're like,
no,
oh my
no.
god, like is it this person? Like, oh my god, she's slim now. Like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. And I was just like, so you basically said black, well not black, but you said darker skinned people are ugly and uneducated, and then you've also fat shamed big people that are big, are overweight or big or fat or whatever word you want to use. And I'm just kind of like, what? So that to me was just like, I know, like that wasn't the premise of the whole drama, but at the end of the day, like it's those little things that do make the difference. And honestly, I was very upset because, guys, don't watch Dance of the Phoenix. I'm sorry, I'm canceling that show. I really tried. I was like, you know what, it's not the first time that Chinese drama will try and push this,
Make,
but
yeah. They make
they
that reference, yeah.
yeah, they've done it one too many times. Another drama that's also like kind of subtly fat shamed as well was what's this drama called? The Love Equation. The main lead's friend is she likes to eat. She's not even that big in my opinion.
She's
But
not. She's
and even
not. I
if she
remember.
was, so what? Like what's it to you? Like I don't anyway, like she wasn't even quote unquote that big, but because she likes to eat, if she had a healthy appetite, they made her seem like a gluten. They made her seem like she was greedy. They would always find ways to jab at her, or jab at her weight and things like that. And it's just kind of it took away my liking of that drama.
Drama.
Like the
Yeah.
drama itself was good, but I just didn't like the fact that they every time they'd always make it. Anytime
And you
she
know
was
what?
around, they'd always make reference to her being lazy. Yes, because she was bigger, she's also lazy and she likes to sleep and things like that. And it just really, I don't know. It just got, it just hit me the wrong way, basically.
And you know what? Like another thing is that these are the types of dramas that not ordinary, but everyday people see,
Yeah.
and that's how they get educated about the world. And the thing is that when you don't even venture out, like we have, out of that ecosystem and see that this is actually not, everyone is, has your place, everyone's beautiful in their own way, and beauty
Apart
is
from
in
that,
the
just
being.
educate yourself. How about that?
Exactly, exactly. But because people watch these dramas, everyday people watch these dramas and they don't educate, quote unquote, educate themselves of the
Yeah.
wilder world of different cultures. This is what they think. And this is how it ingrains in the system for years and years and years until, like, Yeah, so honestly, yeah, cancelled. Yeah, I'm not watching that because of what you said. So, but you know what I want to talk about though? The quick
Mm,
drama I want to talk about is called Private Lives. It's a new one that's come out just yesterday. It is on Netflix, guys, as well. Oh my
mhm.
god, the way I promote Netflix on this show.
Honestly, they need to run you your checkbook.
um so it's only the first two episodes out
Mhm,
already, and I'm loving this drama. So basically this drama is about con artists and
mhm,
swindlers,
mhm.
and it's about how swindlers swindle other swindlers as well. And
Wow.
it's just, yeah, so it gave me this it's not really thriller action vibes, but
Mhm,
it's the first two episodes and I'm really enjoying it. The comedy element is funny, and I
mhm,
love that, like, it's like swindlers obviously swindling other people but
mhm,
themselves as well and each
mhm.
other, and it's like becoming a competition. So I think that this is one to watch if someone's looking for something, easygoing, funny, relatable. Even the way it starts, it's hilarious. Like, I was laughing so much last night. So yeah, definitely want to watch Private Lives. Yeah. So I think that is it. We've gone through our list this week, Tommy.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm watching at the moment. But I mean, I've downed on a lot of dramas, but one that I would say that you guys should continue watching. We spoke about it in I think in our last Least Most Uncut episode. But one I would definitely recommend that you guys definitely go and watch is Lies of Lies
Lies
and
of Lies, yes.
Record of Youth. Oh my god, do I have a lot to say, a bucket to say about Record of Youth. We will
Oh,
definitely be doing a whole review episode on that for sure.
yes,
So stay
Record of
tuned for
You.
that. But yeah, so
Definitely,
if you guys
definitely.
want to kind of get ahead and know what we're talking about when we are talking about them, Record of Youth is definitely one to go and watch. And then
Lies of
definitely
Lies as
Lies of
well.
Lies. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh. That drama, that drama is a drama. What? See, that when I talk about serious dramas that actually incorporate a lot of things, that's a drama that I really like. Like, and it doesn't give it to you in a way that you get overwhelmed and tired. Like, and the storyline is quick
Mm,
and it's fast moving, it's fast paced, which I like. It's not just this because it's a melodrama, right? And it's
it is
normally with normal melodramas they tend to move a bit slow, and you're like, oh,
slower,
and
yeah.
it's just sad, and everything is just sad and melancholic. But this one, it's still sad, but it's kind of like it's fast paced, which I like because it doesn't get too tiring and boring. I feel like it will still finish in 16 episodes, and which I hope it does. But and then one more thing as well. I think More Than Friends. We spoke about it last time as well, but I think it's been halted because it's been 2 weeks now and none an episode hasn't come out.
I
Um.
think they're reinstating it because I saw or I read somewhere that it's gonna, is it today?
Oh,
Today
okay.
that they will release an episode. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it because obviously we all know the situation around the world.
Yeah. COVID,
So it's
Corona,
affecting
coronavirus.
Corona, coronavirus in Cardi B's voice.
Yeah, coronavirus.
Coronavirus. So I think we just have to keep an eye on it because
Yeah.
hopefully we can know whether we're gonna continue watching it or dropping it. If
Yeah.
but hopefully it's the one that we will continue to watch and keep a eye on as well. So I think that concludes today's episode. I know we ran a little bit over, but to be honest, there was loads that we said today,
Yeah,
and I
let's
really
talk
enjoyed
about.
our conversation about
Yeah,
boundaries. Do let us know what your boundaries are, and also let us know what you're watching, what you're liking, what you're dropping. Please interact with us, and we will talk to you soon. All right.
bye
We'll see you in the
guys.
episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.